Welcome to US Coins Hub, where history meets hidden value. Today, we uncover a rare piece of American heritage, a coin that tells a story, holds mystery, and could be worth far more than its face value. So slow down, listen closely, and step into the timeless world of rare and valuable US coins. Let's dive into today's State Quarter series. Top 1. We're traveling back to the very beginning of the U.S. State Quarters program to explore the United States of America State Quarter from Connecticut, released in 1999. This coin may look familiar to many of you, but hidden within this early issue are rare details and errors that have made certain examples incredibly valuable to collectors. The Connecticut State Quarter holds a unique place in American numismatic history because it was one of the very first state quarters ever released. Issued in 1999, this coin helped launch the program that would later inspire millions of people to start collecting coins. Connecticut itself became the fifth state to join the Union in 1788, and its long colonial history is deeply reflected in the design of this quarter. The reverse side of the Connecticut quarter features the famous charter oak, one of the most iconic trees in American history. According to legend, the Connecticut Charter was hidden inside this massive oak tree to protect it from being taken by British authorities. This powerful symbol represents freedom, independence, and resistance to tyranny. The detailed branches and textured trunk make this design especially appealing, and when struck sharply, it becomes a true work of art in metal. On the obverse side, the familiar portrait of George Washington appears, but this early version of the State Quarter series is closely examined by collectors. Because the program was new in 1999, the minting process went through adjustments, and not every coin was struck perfectly. Many Connecticut quarters were heavily circulated from the very beginning, used daily in stores, vending machines, and banks. As a result, coins that remain in pristine or uncirculated condition are becoming increasingly rare. What truly sets certain 1999 Connecticut State Quarters apart is the presence of minting errors and unusual characteristics. Some coins show double die errors, where parts of the lettering or the charter oak appear slightly doubled due to a misalignment during the striking process. Others were struck off-center, leaving part of the design shifted or incomplete. There are also examples with die cracks, weak strikes, or unusual surface textures that immediately catch the eye of experienced collectors. Error coins are highly prized because they are accidental and limited. Each one is unique, and once collectors identify a rare error, demand rises quickly. When these errors appear on one of the very first state quarters ever made, the excitement multiplies. Add exceptional condition and strong eye appeal, and the coin transforms from simple pocket change into a serious collector treasure. Collectors also love the Connecticut Quarter because of its historical importance. Being part of the first release year gives it a special status. For many coin lovers, owning a rare Connecticut Quarter feels like owning the starting point of a modern collecting era. The combination of history, symbolism, rarity, and errors makes this coin especially desirable. Now it's time for the moment you've been waiting for. If you happen to own a 1999 United States of America Connecticut State Quarter in outstanding condition, especially one with a confirmed and desirable minting error, its value can be truly astonishing. In rare and exceptional cases, this single quarter has been valued at as much as $84,000. Yes, a Connecticut State Quarter from 1999 could be worth $84,000. So don't ignore your old coin jars, rolls, or collections. Take a closer look, because a hidden treasure might already be in your hands. Top 2. We're uncovering the secrets of the United States of America State Quarter from New Hampshire, released in 2000. This coin may look simple, but behind its design lies history, rarity, and the potential for serious collector value. The New Hampshire State Quarter was issued in 2000 as part of the early years of the famous 50 State Quarters program. New Hampshire became the ninth state to join the Union in 1788, and its strong motto and rugged landscape are proudly reflected on this coin. When it entered circulation, millions were minted and widely used across the country. Because of that heavy circulation, finding a New Hampshire quarter today in top condition is far more difficult than many people realize. The reverse design of the New Hampshire quarter features the famous Old Man of the Mountain, a natural rock formation that once stood proudly in the White Mountains. Alongside it is the bold state motto, "Live free or die," a phrase that captures the independent spirit of New Hampshire. This design holds deep emotional value for collectors, especially since the rock formation collapsed in 2003, making the image on the coin a lasting historical memory on the obverse side. The familiar portrait of George Washington appears, but collectors know this is where close inspection begins. In the early years of the State Quarter program, the mint was producing coins at extremely high speeds, which led to variations in strike quality. Many New Hampshire quarters show weak details or surface marks from circulation. Coins with sharp details, full luster, and no signs of wear are becoming increasingly rare. What truly makes certain 2000 New Hampshire State Quarters stand out is the presence of minting errors. Some coins display double die errors, where letters or parts of the design appear doubled. Others were struck off-center, leaving the image slightly misaligned. There are also examples with die cracks, missing details, or unusual planchet flaws that make the coin instantly recognizable to experienced collectors. Error coins are especially exciting because they are unplanned and limited in number. Each error is different, which makes these coins highly collectible. When a rare error is found on an early state quarter like New Hampshire, collector demand increases dramatically. Combine that with uncirculated condition or exceptional eye appeal, and the value can rise to remarkable levels. Collectors are also drawn to the New Hampshire Quarter because of its place in the early history of the State Quarter series. Being issued so close to the start of the program gives it added importance. For many coin lovers, owning a rare New Hampshire Quarter feels like owning a small but meaningful piece of American heritage. Now comes the moment you've been waiting for. If you are lucky enough to own a 2000 United States of America New Hampshire State Quarter in outstanding condition, especially one with a confirmed and desirable minting error, its value can be truly astonishing. In rare and exceptional cases, this single quarter has been valued at as much as $81,000. Yes, a New Hampshire State Quarter could be worth $81,000. So before you overlook your spare change or old collections, take a closer look. You may already be holding a hidden treasure. Top 3. We're uncovering the story behind a fascinating coin from the United States, the State Quarter from Arkansas, released in 2003. Many people have spent this coin without ever giving it a second look. But for collectors, certain Arkansas quarters are far more special than they appear. The Arkansas State Quarter was issued in 2003 as part of the famous 50 State Quarters program that captured the attention of millions across the country. Arkansas became the 25th state to join the Union in 1836, and this coin was designed to honor its natural beauty and proud history. When it entered circulation, it was produced in large numbers and quickly spread into everyday use, which is exactly why high-quality examples are now becoming harder to find. The reverse design of the Arkansas Quarter is both elegant and meaningful. It features a graceful mallard duck flying over calm waters, surrounded by rice stalks. This design highlights Arkansas's rich wildlife and its importance as a leading rice-producing state. The artwork reflects peace, abundance, and the natural charm of the region, making the coin visually appealing to both casual collectors and serious numismatists. When the details are sharply struck, the design truly comes to life. On the obverse side, the familiar portrait of George Washington appears, but this is where collectors begin their close inspection. During the early 2000s, state quarters were being minted at extremely high speeds to meet demand. As a result, not every coin came out perfect. Most Arkansas quarters were heavily circulated, gaining scratches, wear, and surface marks. Finding one today with strong luster, crisp details, and no visible damage is increasingly rare. What truly sets certain 2003 Arkansas State Quarters apart is the presence of minting errors. These errors happened during the production process and slipped past quality control. Some coins were struck off-center, causing the design to appear shifted. Others showed doubled lettering or images, known as double die errors. There are also examples with die cracks, weak strikes, or unusual metal flaws that instantly catch the attention of experienced collectors. Collectors love error coins because they are unique and unpredictable. Each one tells the story of a tiny mistake that transformed a common coin into a rare collectible. When these errors appear on a popular state quarter like Arkansas, demand increases dramatically. Combine a noticeable error with uncirculated or near-perfect condition, and the value can rise far beyond what most people would ever imagine. Coin lovers are also drawn to the Arkansas Quarter because of its strong connection to nature and American heritage. The peaceful imagery, combined with rarity and condition challenges, makes owning a rare example especially satisfying. For many collectors, it's not just about money. It's about owning a small piece of history with a story behind it. Now for the moment you've been waiting for. If you happen to own a 2003 United States of America Arkansas State Quarter in exceptional condition, especially one with a confirmed and desirable minting error, its value can be absolutely astonishing. In rare and extraordinary cases, this single quarter has been valued at as much as $78,000. Yes, a simple Arkansas quarter could be worth $78,000. So don't overlook your spare change, old coin rolls, or forgotten collections. Top 4, we're exploring a beautiful and meaningful coin from the United States, the State Quarter from Oregon, released in 2005. Many people have spent this quarter without a second thought, but for collectors, certain Oregon quarters can be rare, fascinating, and surprisingly valuable. The Oregon State Quarter was issued in 2005 as part of the famous 50 State Quarters program, a series that sparked nationwide excitement and inspired millions to start collecting. Oregon became the 33rd state to join the Union in 1859, and this coin was created to honor the state's breathtaking natural beauty. When it entered circulation, millions of Oregon quarters were released and quickly used in everyday life, which is why finding one in outstanding condition today is far more difficult than it seems. The reverse design of the Oregon quarter is stunning and instantly recognizable. It features Crater Lake, one of the deepest and most beautiful lakes in the United States. Formed thousands of years ago by a volcanic eruption, Crater Lake represents natural power, mystery, and timeless beauty. The calm waters and surrounding cliffs are captured in fine detail, and when the coin is well struck, the design looks almost alive. For many collectors, this is one of the most visually appealing designs in the entire State Quarter series. That on the obverse side, the familiar portrait of George Washington appears, but collectors know this is where careful inspection matters most. During the early 2000s, the U.S. Mint was producing quarters at an extremely fast pace. As a result, not every coin was perfectly struck. Most Oregon quarters were heavily circulated, collecting scratches, marks, and wear over time. Coins that remain uncirculated, with full luster and sharp details, are becoming increasingly rare. What truly elevates certain 2005 Oregon State quarters into the collector spotlight is the presence of minting errors. These errors occurred during the production process and escaped quality control. Some Oregon quarters were struck off-center, causing part of the design to appear shifted. Others showed doubled die errors, where letters or parts of the image appeared doubled. There are also examples with die cracks, weak strikes, missing details, or unusual planchet flaws that make the coin instantly stand out. Collectors love error coins because they are accidental and unique. No two error coins are exactly alike, and that uniqueness makes them highly desirable. When a popular and beautifully designed quarter like Oregon features a noticeable mint error and is preserved in excellent condition, demand increases dramatically. These coins become prized pieces in collections, admired not just for their value, but for the story behind them. Another reason collectors are drawn to the Oregon Quarter is its strong emotional and visual appeal. Crater Lake is a symbol of untouched beauty and natural wonder, and owning a rare example of this coin feels like holding a small piece of that landscape in your hand. For coin lovers, that connection adds meaning beyond money. Now for the moment you've been waiting for. If you happen to own a 2005 United States of America Oregon State Quarter in exceptional condition, especially one with a confirmed and desirable minting error, its value can be absolutely astonishing. In rare and extraordinary cases, this single quarter has been valued at as much as $76,000. Yes, a simple Oregon quarter could be worth $76,000. That's why it's always worth checking your spare change, old coin rolls, and forgotten collections. Top 5, we're diving into the fascinating story behind the United States of America State Quarter from Utah, released in 2001. While many people have used this quarter without thinking twice, collectors know that certain Utah quarters hold incredible rarity, unique errors, and exceptional value. The Utah State Quarter was released in 2001 as part of the immensely popular 50 State Quarters program. Utah became the 45th state to join the Union in 1896, and this coin was created to celebrate its rich history and natural beauty. Millions of these quarters were produced and circulated, making them a familiar sight in wallets and coin jars. However, as time passed, well-preserved coins became harder to find, increasing interest among collectors. The reverse design of the Utah quarter is full of symbolism. It features the beehive, a traditional emblem of industry and community that has represented Utah since the 19th century. Flanking the beehive are sago lilies, the state flower, which symbolize peace and resilience. Above it, the inscription, "Industry," reflects the work ethic and pioneering spirit of the people of Utah. The intricate design and meaningful imagery make this quarter not just currency, but a miniature piece of art and history. On the obverse side, the familiar portrait of George Washington appears. While this side is standard across all state quarters, collectors pay close attention to small details like strike quality, surface luster, and alignment. Many Utah quarters were circulated heavily, which means coins in pristine, uncirculated condition are rare and highly sought after. What really makes certain 2001 Utah State quarters stand out are minting errors. During the minting process, some coins were struck off-center, where part of the design is shifted or missing. Others featured double dies, where letters or parts of the design appear duplicated. Some coins even have unusual planchet flaws, die cracks, or weak strikes, making them instantly recognizable to experienced collectors. Error coins are particularly exciting because each one is unique and unrepeatable. Their rarity, combined with condition, drives collector demand to astonishing levels. When an error appears on a coin that is already popular, like the Utah State Quarter, it becomes a prized centerpiece in any collection. Collectors are also drawn to this quarter because of its historical and symbolic significance. The beehive and sago lilies represent more than just state pride. They reflect a pioneering story and a legacy of community and perseverance. Owning a rare or error version of this coin is like holding a tangible piece of Utah's identity in your hands. Now for the moment you've been waiting for. If you happen to own a 2001 United States of America Utah State Quarter in exceptional condition, especially one with a verified and desirable minting error, its value can be absolutely staggering. In rare and extraordinary cases, this single quarter has been valued at as much as $74,000. Yes, a simple Utah quarter could be worth $74,000. So before you overlook old change or coins tucked away in drawers, take a closer look. You might already have a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more fascinating coin stories. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting!